Here we are at the start of another trip with the Utah Westerners. We are at Evanston. We left Salt Lake a little over an hour ago. And actually, let's see. Yeah, about an hour ago, hour and a half. We're up here. We stop at this rest stop on all our trips. Make our morning call after the coffee and orange juice on that. Mr. Gorzitzi just sort of moseying along, taking his time. Anyway, let's see, let's go back over here. This guy's putting up the flag. That's back towards Evanston. Is the state mental hospital for the state of Wyoming, and our chariot for the day, actually for the next 3 days. So here's our troop, and that's enough of this part of it. You should walk down there. This guy's so quick.
You guys are all working at Westerners cabs are like advanced
everything's getting taken over by Westerners. They were complaining about the Friends of the Library. They said, my God, everything's turned into Westerners.
Sure that it wasn't Westerners.
I'm saying, I told them it was only quality, that's all.
Oh my God, what a terrible picture.
Which one?
We're approaching line of Fort Bridget. This road, this particular stage here, is about 7.5
Slides back over to sauce.
Have you heard about Ron at all?
Just that he's fat and happy and living out of the land.
Okay, we're talking 8 one back. I looked at
Ferry. This is the actual first stop on our trip. Some interpretive signs out there. And this is also on the Green River. Over here is the Lombard Ferry, or the Green River, where the Lombard Ferry was.
Looks like some guys are down peeing by the river.
We have somebody peeing by the river?
Yeah.
Some fishermen, and a couple of our ne'er-do-wells down there.
Sounds like a good place to go.
Quick pan down the Green River. Schindler passing out his mosquito repellent.
And as you float down, you can see where those other trails cut across, and you can see the ruts coming up off the river. There's a couple of alternate places a few miles down below, and you can actually see where the trail came across and went up.
I'm wondering. There's the cabins. Pacific Springs. Pacific Springs is just to the left of those buildings down there. If I could get in farther on telephoto, but that's anyway. This is South Pass.
You knew about the Dancy grave over here, too?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
There's a grave over there?
Yeah, it's well marked. It's a young woman and her child that died, and they marked the grave. And they're related to the Dancy's out in Harriman.
Huh. Oh shit. God. I hate it when that happens. We're in South Pass City. This over here is the old part of town. They've turned that into a bookstore and museum. And this is some of the older buildings down, and you can't see them, down through here. My hat keeps blowing away. Let's see, what was this? Told me the name of this thing, Wolf Creek or something. And it flows down into the Sweetwater, about 8 miles away. This is just, now it's a state park. South Pass City is a state park. They've done a pretty good job of resurrecting it, converting, saving some of the old buildings, rebuilding them. First came up here in 1964 with Gwen. Came through here. Quite a few people still living here then. This is the Sacagawea or the Sakakawea Cemetery on the Fort Washakie Indian Reservation, or the Wind River Indian Reservation outside of Blander, Wyoming. This is one of our stops on our trip to Cody. That there is Sacagawea supposed grave. There's some controversy, like in everything in Western history, on whether or not that's her grave or not. We're going to walk over there, but look at the cemetery, this Indian cemetery. Chariot humming. Yeah. Now a real quick pan again back over here. We're going to walk over there to there's two headstones on either side of the Sacagawea's grave. One says Baptiste Charbonneau, her son, and the other one says Basil. There's some speculation again whether that was her son or her nephew, or the woman that's even buried there was her. Let's just walk over there and we'll keep this thing running.
before the Lewis in the park. No. And before that kid.
This was supposedly born in the winter of 1805.
Well, I mean, this guy was born 5 years ago.
Hey, there's Otto.
Huh?
The guy up there, Otto. His name's spelled there.
It's a Jean-Baptiste, or Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, second Julia's son. Okay.
Now, if you look in that, did you look in that box behind you,
No.
Barry, and see what was in that? It looks like a bird's nest, actually.
That was a picking shuttle.
Yeah.
No, on the other side, that's the Indian side.
Excuse me, Bob.
Any idea what that's the symbol of?
It says Sacagawea died April 9th, 1884. A guide with Lewis and Clark Expedition 1805-1806. It said identified 1907 by the Reverend J. Roberts, who officiated at her burial. Okay.
Looks like
There's still
part of a nest. Yeah. Well, you got a bird's nest.
some controversy. This here is the cemetery.
This is quick shots.
Okay, this is Washake's grave. It says 1804 to 1900.
Are we ready?
He might even been a little bit older. He may have been born in the late 1790s. This is the reason he's not up at the Sacagawea Cemetery. Is this was considered the military cemetery to begin with.
I'll take 10 prints, Bob. What's the history of the fort itself?
Oh,
Town or wherever?
Lander?
India or
No, I'm not.
where's Washakie and what's its significance? I never read much about the Fort of Washakie.
Primarily now it's just an Indian reservation for the Shoshone and the Arapaho.
Why do they call it Fort?
I don't know, apparently it was Fort Brown, and they later on changed it in honor for Washakie. And it was
Never used really much.
I think it was, but not a hell of a lot, but I'm not positive about that.
Never see it.
I'm not
That's the way I am. I got to take
Let's see if we can get
brought my
that.
camera.
This says, that inscription there says a wise ruler, and this one says chief of the Shoshone. Let's
Gotcha. I shot first.
And this one here is always loyal to the government and to his white brothers. I know why he's buried over here now.
What you calling it?
This is W. Herbert Dunton's rendition of the Custer battlefield and the Battle of the Little Bighorn. This was painted by Dunton in 1915. And then here's another painting of Dunton's. There's a pretty good shot of a actual buffalo lead. I don't know who the artist is on this. Let's see. Oh, down here. William Lee is the name, L-E-I-G-H.
Did you stop looking at something? Jerry, make sure.
This is a painting by a guy named William Tiley Rainey. And this painting, it's the title of it here, I think it's called what? Giving Advice?
Advice on the Prairie.
Yeah, Advice on the Prairie. And this is going to be used on the dust jacket for the reprint of Westward from Fort Bridger, headed by two of our members, Will Bagley and Harold Schindler. It'd be a great dust jacket. Under the light, yeah. Back by the book. No, back under the light.
I know.
Kick him out. Tell him to
Just get
now, now look at him. Tell him to look at the...
Just stand there and hold him, Bird.
Coming up hard here, Chief.
Now look at the profile of that guy. That doesn't look like Buffalo Bill.
What are the 930 people meet?
It's right here. You're in it.
Thank you, Wally.
So, you've got a